All right. Hey guys. What is up? Happy Wednesday, y'all. Retail Genius is live. Welcome to the live stream, guys. It is the middle of the week and it is the middle of the year. Let me see if my mic is working. Let's see. Let's see if my mic is working. How come my Yeti's not on? Oh. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I gotta make sure this mic is working. Hold on. This mic is not working, y'all. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me check my phone, y'all, because I do too many lives where there's no sound. Okay, so we just need to make sure that this live video is working. I don't even see me on live right now. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys can hear me because I don't even know why my mic is not showing up on here. Some weird stuff. All right, anyway, we're about to get into it, y'all. I'm on this live tonight because I have been talking about it being the middle of the year and it's always time to reset yourself and reset your goals and get back to what you originally wanted to accomplish in the beginning of the year. So I am showing up live once again. I had a goal to show up more often, show up, go live, um, kind of get back to my whole videoing and conversations and stuff like that with you guys. Um, and I kind of fell off, and now I'm back on. And so I'm here to encourage you guys too. If you fell off fell off your goals of getting your store open and getting things started and you know whatever is on your vision board, you know, personal goals, business goals, prayer goals, financial goals. This gonna be my year. And then you look up and ain't nothing shake for you. That's me. I feel like that for the past couple of years, y'all. I feel like that for the past couple of years. But here's what I here's what I discovered. It's a lot of mindset. It's a lot of mindset stuff, guys. You gotta keep your head above water because when you start to get into the mindset of not working on yourself and you're not really pushing and doing the things that you used to do, that mindset will take over you. So I know that I have to get back into a good mindset. I have to get back into heavy personal development. I have to get me personally, I have to get back to working out in the morning every single day. I have to get back to working out in the morning every single day and having like a really good workout. Like, I have to get back to my routines. I have to get back to being calm. Oh my gosh, guys. I will tell you that I have been trying to slow down. It is so insane. I eat fast. I'm also a New Yorker, so that does not help. I eat fast. I talk fast. I'm doing everything fast. I'm like even on my computer and I'm like clicking. And when my computer don't go as fast as I want it to go, I'm like let me calm down, let me slow down, let me walk slow. That is so hard. Oh my gosh, I'm a New Yorker. So trying to walk slow has been the hardest thing for me. Trying to walk slow, it's just like being slow is hard. Not to say I'm gonna do anything crazy like move to the south, because Lord knows I'm never gonna do that. But like I'm really just trying to slow down. I'm really just trying to slow down. Everything don't. I take a fast shower. I shower like I got somewhere to go. Like it's crazy. So I'm just trying to slow down and be intentional and be calm. Okay. So that was another goal. So where was I going with this? Listen, you can always jump back on your goals, right? I just want to I'm here to encourage you guys as I'm encouraging myself through these lives. Like we still have 6 months left. That is the part that gets me excited. It's a whole 6 months. Let's make things shake. Let's do what it takes people 6 years to do in 6 months, right? Because a laser focused 6 months can literally change your life. I told you a story. Guys, I opened my store in 60 days because it was a laser focused, did not sleep 60 days. Because I was so fired up and I was so excited. So it wasn't like I was burnt out. I was excited in my first business. This was like 16 years ago, you know, almost 20 years ago. And so when you're laser focused and you're fired up and you're excited, things could happen like that. When you start to remove distraction, things can happen like that. When you start to get back to your mindset and in self development, and you start really focusing on the thoughts, what you're thinking, because that really impacts the doing, like the thoughts, right? Things can happen like that. And so today, I just want to talk to the person who is like, I still want to open this store, but I think I'm gonna wait, or I'm just gonna start next year, or I feel like I need more money, or I want to do it when everything is perfect. Perfect timing. That is so fictional. Can I tell you guys that perfect timing or it's not a good time, all of that is fictional Disney stuff. It's like we watch so much Disney movies. There's no such thing as a perfect timing, because when one thing finishes, or you finish going to school, or you finish having a baby, or you finish getting married, whatever the thing is that you say you want to wait till it's over, something else will pop up. So there's no perfect timing, that never comes. The only thing that comes is when an opportunity meets you being prepared, right? So the least comes, you're prepared for the least to come. An investor comes, you are prepared for the investor to come. You need to get prepared. You need to start moving. You need to take action. Because here is the next thing that I want to tell you guys: the industry is not waiting. I want to tell you the amount of times that I will have a consult with somebody. I want to be the first black owned beauty supply store. There's none there. That is my dream. I want to be the first. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's get started. And they're like, yeah, I'm gonna wait till, blah 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 thing passes, and then I'll call you back. I'm like, all right, girl. And they call me back and they say, oh my God, there's a store that opened. There's a black owned store that opened right in my area. I'm so sad. Or I'm helping another person open in their area, and I'm like talking about it. I haven't been talking about the stores I've been working with, which I'm going to for sure. But I haven't. I used to talk about it all the time, but I'm just like very busy. I don't, you know what I mean? I just haven't been doing it, but it's still happening. But I remember I used to go on lives and I used to be like, oh, we're opening a store in this area. Y'all know I used to do the lives all the time. It was lit. And people are like, oh my God, I want to open a store in this area. I want it to be the first. I can't tell you how many times I would see somebody in the comments saying, oh, I wanted to. And I'm like, I don't have nothing nice to say. So I'm not going to say nothing. But if you wanted to, you would. I'd be standing with you right now if you pulled the trigger. So here's the thing. The industry is not waiting. And what we have seen with beauty supplies that it keeps growing. So according to Circania, the U.S. beauty sales continue to increase in 2026, with prestige beauty up 6% and mass beauty up 7%. So what does that tell us? Mass beauty is up 7%. That means in this time, in this climate, with unemployment and all the things happening, consumers still continue to buy on beauty. Beauty is just one of those industries that just don't die. It's not going to happen, especially in hair care, because we may cut back on the vacations, as I have. Like, I'm not taking my kids on a island Caribbean vacation. So you may cut back on a vacation. You may delay getting the new car, but you are going to continue to investing and looking good. I will cut back on a lot of things. I will not cut back on looking good. This is not just me. This is Black women in general. And when you understand the buying behaviors of your demographic, which is Black women, I'm talking to Black women, that's our demographic, that's our target audience, that's our avatar. You understand that we are still going to spend, baby. I lived through 3 economic downturns. The first one was the 2008 mortgage crisis. The second one was COVID. And this third one with Trump and his administration and his Trump tariffs, right? So throughout that time, I seen that Black women still spent on that beauty. When them Trump tariffs came out and we didn't know what the hell was going to happen, and I was in the middle of opening a store launch in Canada, like right smack dab in the middle of that launch, we launched and we made money. Okay. So beauty doesn't disappear. It doesn't phase out. You will never, ever, you have never, ever seen a time where beauty completely just did a deep dive. We don't have any reports or statistics on any time where there was a complete nosedive in beauty. COVID happened, and you would think, if I'm not leaving my house, why would I buy beauty? Like, I'm not going anywhere. Beauty skyrocketed. During COVID was when the most millionaires in beauty was made. Kylie Jenner became a billionaire during COVID, off of COVID, because people was at home and we was doing DIY all day, every day. Okay. During COVID. Okay. During COVID, a lot of my clients opened 2 and 3 locations during COVID because they had so much business. We didn't see that coming, but what we were prepared, right? I talked about being prepared. My clients under me, the way I teach with systems and technology, they were prepared. The other stores that have been around for decades and no email list, no nothing, they shut down. So you have to be paying attention, y'all. You have to be paying attention, because people aren't just buying products anymore. They are buying an experience. And the store owners who understand that concept, that people are not just there just to buy products, they are buying an experience and they are buying transformation. That's when you create a lane of your own in this industry. That's where you don't have to worry about the big store down the block that's 10,000 square feet of space and they have every weave under the sun. When you understand that your store is there to create an experience and to create transformation. When I had my store, Fabulous Freddy's, here in Queens, New York, in 2010, I had a completely different mindset on retail. I understood what Black women needed in terms of a beauty supply store because I was the consumer, and I just hated the fact that I didn't get a good experience in my local beauty supply store, which led me to want to open my own. And I did. And I had the smallest, cutest boutique. And it was high end looking, it was small, and I made multi six figures in that business in my first year with no education, no nothing, no prior anything in beauty. So that's something I want you guys to think about. I want you guys to think about why this opportunity matters, because Black consumers have an enormous influence in the beauty supply industry. So according to the Nelson report, Black beauty spending reached approximately 16.2 billion this past year, even amid economic pressures. 16.2 billion, would it be? 16.2 billion. So billions are being spent by Black consumers in this industry. Why can't more of that money stay in our community? Why can't more of that money recycle and circulate in our community? Because for our decades, 3-4 decades, we have been incredible consumers. 16.2 billion this past year in Black spending in this sector. It's time to become owners. It's time to become owners, because a couple of things happen when Black women become owners. We create jobs, we create legacy and generational wealth for our family. 80% of Black mothers are single mothers. So this really hits home for me. Legacy, generational wealth, time freedom, and job opportunities. This is what happens when we create businesses. So let's talk about what's happening right now and some of the trends that we're seeing and the conversations that I'm having with people. I get a lot of DMs and people are asking, like, are people really trying to support more Black owned beauty supply stores with this boycott? Is this boycott really happening? And I will tell you that there have been quite a few clients that have seen their highest months, that have seen their highest years. And it's all about the intentional shopping, right? It took a tragedy for people to now come back to paying attention to Black owned businesses, and the conversation has been sparked again, and it's a different tragedy that took place. But what we are seeing is that, when the George Floyd thing happened and Black Lives Matter movement was like really a thing, and people were like really like, let's support Black, let's find, like, that conversation happened and then it died down. And it seemed like this time, it looks like the conversation is still going. I don't know if it's because we have more social media and there's just more people talking about it, there's more content around it, but I am seeing the discussion happen. I'm seeing a lot of people post their stores and they're getting support. And I see that the Arab and Asian community, they're just not happy about it. The other day, I was on social media and I saw a couple of people sent me a post of a young gentleman out in California. I think it's called the Hair District, and one of the Arabs came into the store and was asking this man about where he got his vendors from. Y'all seen that video? It's viral. So this young man has his beauty supply store, and the Arabs just come in, and he's walking around. He's on FaceTime, and he is, I guess, talking to whoever on the phone about his prices and what products he has in the store. And then he is so audacious. This is crazy to me. I just can't. But he's so audacious to really go and ask the owner, like, where you getting your stuff from? Did you get this straight from the vendors? Or did one of your little friends help you get the inventory in here? Because as you guys know, may or may not understand, in this industry, right, it is hard to get vendors, like the popular vendors, because they have these really fake exclusivity rules where they can't give an account to another store within a certain mile radius, like three to 5 miles, right? So if I have a store here, you ain't supposed to open no accounts with anybody else. Listen, some of these store owners will then call the vendors, even if you open an account. Some of this, they will call the vendors and say, hey, shut the account down. I don't want you opening accounts with, this store. And if you do, I'm going to pull my account. And if you have a store that is spending $30,000 to $50,000 a month with their account, they may have that type of power to flex and say, like, don't open an account with them. Don't open an account for these people, right? Because they're going to understand that if we have the same accounts and my store is a Black-owned store and our prices is pretty much the same, then I'm going to support my brother or my sister if y'all have the same stuff. And that's what they're seeing. And that's why the Arab dude came to his store and pressed him about his vendors. But it's crazy that we have to deal with this type of stuff. Like, this is our industry. Your consumers are Black people. You shouldn't even be here. And the young gentleman to me was so gracious with him. And then he threw him out. I remember that happened to me, but I just wasn't as gracious, I don't think. I remember 2 Asian ladies came into my store and they was looking around and they was looking at stuff, and I'm like, my itty bitty store, y'all scared about my itty bitty store? And y'all got a 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 square foot store. Mine is 800 square feet of space. Y'all can't be shook and drove all the way from wherever you came from to come to my itty bitty store, child. Oh God. I was like, y'all need to get up out of here. I had no conversation with those women that came into my store. I said, y'all need to get out. As soon as I seen them, I was like, y'all need to get up out of here. Because the lady was like, oh, I want to try on a wig and this and that. I'm like, girl, do you think I'm stupid? You are not here to try on no wig. You want to see my wig prices. You want to check my store out. Y'all both got to go. And they left immediately. I don't have no time for that. Y'all leave me alone. Okay? Y'all leave me alone. I say all that to say they are shook because they see the shift and they're not happy about it. Okay? It's a problem now for them. So, though that being said, y'all, I am having a training next Thursday where I'm going to be sharing the tea on how you can get your store started. I'm giving y'all the step-by-step blueprint on my next training. I haven't done a training in a while. So this training is going to be really, really good. I got some amazing new formulas and content that I want to share with you guys that I have taught my clients in my inner circle group, and it has made a world of a difference. With getting funding and being prepared. Like I said, being prepared is the main thing, guys. Being prepared is the main thing. It's nothing else. Having the right mindset and being prepared are the 2 things that you're going to need to make this second half of the year the best part. Okay, so I'm gonna drop that link in the chat so you guys can register. That's the direct registration link that I'm dropping in the chat for my training that I'm having next Thursday, where I'm going to literally walk you guys through what I work with my clients and what we do and the behind the scenes and the process and the 3 phases, how to get your vendors, how to start preparing for funding, and all the things that you need, right? So if you have been saying, I don't know what my next step is, I don't know where to start, I don't know how to get funding, I don't know how to get vendors, like, I'm going to be breaking that down for you guys in my free training. Okay. So I got the link in the chat for you guys. If you are watching me on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Instagram, you're not going to see the link. So you have to comment the word training or DM me the word. You're going to have to DM me the word training and I can send you the link directly. But I just don't want us to go another year saying that I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. We have 6 months left. I opened my store in 60 days. Surely, with all the information that you had today, and even on my YouTube page, I have over 500 videos on how to do this. Y'all can literally watch the whole YouTube and get stuff shaken, right? Y'all can watch the YouTube and get stuff shaken. But I want you guys to come to my training because that's where I like to give more of the sauce, the secret sauce that they do not want you to know, things that I can't say too publicly. So we have to be in our own private little rooms to have these types of intimate discussions. All right, y'all. So comment the word training if you're on Instagram and you want to get into the room. I'm out, y'all. It was great talking to you guys. If this was helpful, please like my video. Please share. Please like my video. Please share. Please like my video. Please share. So class, y'all. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next live. I'll be back here on Friday evening to kiki with you guys. In the meantime, if you guys have questions, y'all can DM me on Instagram at The Retail Genius. DM me on Instagram at The Retail Genius, and I will get back with you guys. All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.